a quickened heart rate, a little bit of quizziness is enough to let you know that you are stressed. Yes, in today's lesson, we are going to talk about stress. How do you describe stress? How do you tell people that you are stressed? Hey friends, you're with me, Niharika. Well, when you lose your mental and physical balance, it means that you are stressed. So how do you talk about stress in English is what we are going to learn in today's lesson. Well, the first 5 phrases that I have for you here, well, you can use these phrases to talk about being stressed. Then I also have a couple of phrases for you that you can use when you want to relieve your stress. And then here are 2 phrases for you that you can use when you are stress-free. So let's start with some phrases that you can use when you are stressed. So the first one is stressed out. When do you use this? When you are very irritated and upset with all the work that has been given to you. You're just not able to manage it. So your friend calls and asks you that, hey, where have you disappeared? Well, I don't see you anymore. Let's catch up soon. Now, in return, you want to tell her or him that, because of this too much of workload, I am way too stressed out. So this is a great phrase to use in your conversation to explain that yes, you are facing a lot of stress. So you can say that, oh, don't even ask. I've been so stressed out with this new job. So probably you're not having fun. This new job has added up to your responsibilities. It's just too much of work and you're not able to handle it. So use this phrase. Moving on to another phrase that I have for you is, I am really wound up. So wound up is an expression or a phrase that you can use when you are, again, very stressed, okay? Now, probably there's a presentation or a meeting that you have to take care of. Now, there are times when we get really nervous about it, facing a big crowd. It's difficult, yes, it makes us nervous. Presentations till date makes me nervous as well. So what happens when you're nervous? It's because of stress. Yes, you get really anxious, this anxiety attacks that you'll get, that's all stress. So you can use this phrase. Well, with the presentation tomorrow, I am really wound up. So wound up, it means that you are really stressed about the presentation that you have to present tomorrow in front of a big crowd, right? Moving on to another expression, which is under a lot of pressure. Now, this is a very formal expression that you can use, especially at your workplace. So again, you are really stressed. There's just too much of workload. Your boss has pushed a lot of projects on you. Your co-workers have added to your burden. Yes, their work has also been pushed on you. Oh, poor you. So you are under a lot of pressure and you have to, present or finish this project before a deadline that's like way too close. So what happens? Well, yes, that anxiety, that nervousness, you're irritated, you're not able to handle it, and then you're like, oh, what's happening? It's the pressure, it's the stress. So when you have to talk about this, you can say, I am under a lot of pressure these days. I have deadlines to meet. I have this project to finish. It's just too much of work. I just can't take this stress. So this is the way you will talk about it. All right? Moving on to another phrase that I have for you is snowed under. Now, snowed under is a great phrase to use when you are extremely busy. And what happens when you have no time for yourself and you're just way too busy with something? Well, because you're busy, because you have too much of work to do, a lot of things to get done with, it means that you are snowed under. Okay, it means that you're very stressed. Well, because of so much of work that you're unable to handle, you just lose your balance. So when you have to talk about it in English, this is a great phrase to use. You can say that I am so snowed under these days. I just need a break. Okay? So, great expression to use. The next one, to be up to your ears. Yeah, what does this really mean? To be up to your ears? Well, it means that you have so much of work to do. You're unable to finish it on time. Things are not really working out for you. And there's a lot of pressure, and that's all adding up to your stress. You can't handle it anymore. So how do you explain this? Well, great phrase to use in English is that I have been up to my ears these days. So which means that because of some deadlines, because of some projects that have come up, or probably it's the year end and you have to meet your targets, then yes, I know, it's too much of work and it's really stressful. So talk it out. That will also help. And to talk it out, use this expression that I have been up to my ears these days. I've been unable to take days off. But yes, I need a break. Alright? So use these 5 expressions when you are under a lot of stress, when you are facing a lot of stress. Now, let's move on to some phrases that you can use when you want to relieve yourself from the stress that you have been facing. So to relieve yourself from the stress that you're facing, you can use de-stress. Well, we'll have to use this, de-stress. Okay, it's not de-stressed. Sorry about that, but it's de-stress. So how do you use it in your sentence? Well, you will say that, well, with all this work that's going on, I've been under a lot of pressure, but I need to de-stress myself by going on a vacation. So yes, probably you need a break and you would like to de-stress yourself. Now, remember, there are many people who use the word distress, which is spelled as distress. But these are 2 different words. When you are talking about relieving yourself from the stress, then you use the word de-stress. But distress means extreme anxiety. So many people, when they are under a lot of pressure and they are facing a lot of anxiety, then yes, that is distress. So do not get confused. De-stress has a different meaning and distress has a different meaning. So use it correctly the next time you want to. And then the second phrase that I have for you, which you can use, is I really need to wind down. Let's go for a spa. Yes, spa relaxes you, right? It relaxes your mind, it relaxes your body. So I think taking an appointment at a spa place will really work out for you if you want to distress yourself or if you want to wind down. Okay, which means if you want to relieve all the stress that you are facing. And then the last 2 phrases that I have for you You can use these phrases when you are all relaxed, free from the stress. I am distressed. Well, this project is over. I have submitted everything to my boss and to the clients. I am so distressed right now. So which means that you are really relaxed and relieved from what you were going through. And then the last one that I have for you is a very simple one. I am so relaxed. Well, my daughter is married and all the marriage responsibilities are now over. So I'm going to take a break, or maybe you're back from a break and you are all relaxed now. Okay, so free from all the stress. So this is the way you will talk about being stressed, relieving yourself, and then being relaxed. So go ahead, use these phrases to sound confident even when you are under a lot of pressure. And I'll be back with a new lesson. Till then, you take care and please be stress-free.